Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. The other day during a Coffee with Doc video, I mentioned a small camper type trailer that I'm interested in. Uh, there was a couple questions about that, so I decided to put together a slideshow. Now I've been looking for a couple of the pictures that I have of my actual setup, and I can't find the slave drive that they're on. I'm sure it's somewhere in there, but I just couldn't put my hands on it. So I got a slideshow coming up, and hopefully it works because I'm just taking pictures. I'm videoing right on my computer. But it's basically the setup that I have, and then there's some videos of the camper that I'm looking at, two campers actually that I'm interested in, and then a little bit of other stuff. So hang on, and we'll get to that. This is my current setup. This is a pop-up canopy, and then Walmart sells this attachment tent. And it works pretty well. It's got a low roof. It's okay if you're actually sleeping on the floor. I like to put in a bed or at least a very high blow up mattress. A queen size mattress does fit in here, and the 18-inch tall one, it works more or less. But there's not enough room to stand up if you need to, answer the call of nature. Excuse me. I do have the side panels that go on these. They're not for camping per se. They're more the festival type, but they're the heavy duty plastic that's just like what's on the roof. And they work for what I need. Depending on the site that I'm in or where I'm setting up, I can also back the brat buggy in right underneath of this and set up right out of the back of the brat buggy, and I have the cargo rack on the back of it. It acts as a table, and yeah, it's kind of a decent setup. It's a little finicky to get this tent set up, and and like I said, it's not optimal. I've been looking at, now this is an all-in-one. I was actually looking at a smaller version. It was only 44 inches wide, I think. This one's quite a bit wider. This is almost the size of a full size. It's a little over 6 foot long. It is a double cot, folding cot, and then the tent, which can be used separately if you want. And then there's a blow-up mattress inside. And this is around $160. I'm seriously giving this some consideration. But this is one that my son found and sent to me. This one you can pull behind a motorcycle. Or, of course, the brat buggy would pull it with no problem. They want almost $1,000 for this. They were asking a little more than $1,000. They just dropped the price down just under $1,000. This is a clamshell. This part opens up, and this will be in contact with the ground. It almost almost demands that you be on level ground to use it. Like I said, it opens up a clamshell, and then here's your base, and then the tent is on top. Opens up on top of it, and there's apparently poles to set up to do all that. They say the canvas is in good shape. Maybe they just didn't set it up properly. It doesn't look all that great to me in these pictures. It's all the way down to St. Augustine. It's about a 45-minute to an hour ride to go look at it. I'm still contemplating it. I'm really not sure. Problem is, I don't really have a whole lot of space to be parking that. There is some room on the one side of the mobile home, but there's not a whole lot of space to be parking it. And how often would I actually use it? This isn't really what I'm up to doing. I almost need a campsite for this, and I don't know. It's just that this is the interior shot. There's nothing else inside of it. It's just basically a bed, and down in the lower section that opens up, there's a small seating area, and that's basically it. I mean, I guess you could, kind of wiggle your way out of the bed, and set up a spot down here for your, for call of nature, but I don't know. Again, it's almost $1,000. Right at $1,000. I was also looking at this one. This is the only picture I have of it. It's the only picture that they provided. It's 13 feet long, so it's not bad that way. It's meant to be pulled by a small vehicle, so the brat buggy wouldn't have a problem with it. I don't know. I would have to actually go look at it. They're asking $1,200 for this, so just over $1,000. Like I said, they're asking that price. I don't know. It's a little rough. There's they're questionable up here along the roof. This seam is pulled. This seam. I mean, that's only rubber. Look pretty trim, but it's still, it's popping out. And these type trailers leak a lot. It's got a flat roof. There's a vent. It looks like two fans on the roof. Those aren't air conditioners. So I don't know. Again, just over $1,000, and I'd have the same problem. Where do I park it? And how often would I actually want to go camping in it? I mean, maybe, but I still kind of like my my original setup. This one, this fits inside this fits in the back of the brat buggy with no problem. It only takes maybe 20 minutes to set up in total, and if I decide to not use it and just go ahead and sleep in the brat buggy, these are in packages. I can just take them and strap them up on the roof, and I'm good to go. So, wrong way. My other option, this is Paul Elkins. Paul Elkins is, I love this man's channel. He's got all kinds of cool creations out of this Coroplast. Coroplast is a corrugated plastic. It's like cardboard made out of plastic. It's what you see all the snipe signs around for elections and all, and people advertising stuff. It's kind of insulated. And it's very easy to work with. He's made all kinds of different structures and even boats out of this stuff. Inside, this one is lined with Reflectix. He's got a couple of shelves set up and a little cooking area. I mean, it's a very entertaining video. Most of his videos are. This would be an option on a small trailer. It'd be very, very lightweight, but again, it would be crawling in and crawling out. Not something I am super interested in, but I'm kind of interested in the lightweight concept. Maybe building something out of half-inch insulating foam and either the Coroplast on the outside and a thin sheet of plywood on the inside, or something to that effect. I don't know. It wouldn't actually be this, because this isn't a good shape for driving. I would need more of a teardrop, kind of a teardrop style trailer, but very, very basic. But again, I run into the same problem. Where do I put it if I'm not going to use it? So it's an interesting idea. I am leaning towards staying with this pop-up, and even though, like I said, this isn't all that difficult to set up, it isn't. It actually isn't all that great. You end up having to step out of this and whatnot. But this might be a viable option to have this tent inside of the other tent. It'd definitely be protected from weather. I don't know how hot it would get. Definitely not something I'd want to do in the warmer months here. But I mean, I could literally just set this up outside the brat buggy, and just with an awning off the top of the brat buggy, and that would be all I need. So I'm heavily leaning towards getting one of these, and probably staying with this. This one is interesting. I kind of like it, but I don't think I would get enough use out of it. And if this canvas needs to be replaced, it'd be done for me. And like I said, with this other one, with this one, I don't know, just by the picture, it seems to have some issues. And I had the same problem. Where do I park it? How often would I actually use it? So, alrighty then. There we go. That's my thought processes. What I'm thinking on. I do like the idea of the trailers, the camper trailers. They just don't fit for me at this point in time. So let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you'd like to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, I'll have links in the description box wherever that happens to be on your device of choice. I'll also put links to other videos, and you'll find my email and my snail mail. And if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all.